Welcome back to Grammar Fundamentals for the SAT. This is Chapter 3, Lesson 21. We've met participles and gerunds. Now we reach the last of the verbals, the most versatile of all, the infinitive. Here's the last of our verbals, the infinitive. An infinitive is a verb form usually introduced by the word to, followed by a base verb. To win takes practice. To win is the infinitive, just to plus the verb win. And this is crucial. That to is the sign of the infinitive. It is not a preposition here. So whenever you see to followed by a base verb, you've found an infinitive. What makes the infinitive so handy is that it can do three different jobs. It can be a noun. To win takes practice. Here it's the subject. Or everyone wanted to leave. Here, to leave is a direct object. It can be an adjective. This is a good book to read. To read describes the noun book. And it can be an adverb. We paused to rest. To rest tells why we paused. Noun, adjective, or adverb, the infinitive is wonderfully versatile. Like the other verbals, an infinitive can bring along modifiers and complements, forming an infinitive phrase. We hope to reach the summit by noon. The phrase to reach the summit is an infinitive phrase, and it works as a single unit, here as a noun, the direct object of hope. So an infinitive phrase is just an infinitive with its words attached, still doing one of those three jobs. Now the key distinction the test checks. The word to can start an infinitive, or it can be a preposition, and the difference is simply what follows it. If a verb follows to, it's an infinitive. We hope to reach the summit. To reach, that's to plus a verb. But if a noun or pronoun follows to, it's a preposition. We hiked to the summit. To the summit. That's to plus a noun. So just look at the word right after to. A verb means infinitive. A noun or pronoun means preposition. Here's a fun bonus you may have heard of, the split infinitive. That's when a word sneaks in between to and the verb. The most famous example, to boldly go where no one has gone before. The word boldly splits the infinitive to go. For a long time, grammarians frowned on this, but today it's widely accepted, and often it just sounds better. So a split infinitive is fine in modern usage. Just know what it is if the test ever asks. Let's put it together. We trained hard to win the championship. To win is an infinitive. To plus the verb win. Not a preposition. What job is it doing? It tells why we trained. That's an adverb's job. And to win the championship is the whole infinitive phrase. Sign of the infinitive, its job, and its phrase, all identified. Let's practice. In each sentence, find the infinitive, the to plus a verb. Pause and try before I answer. The shuttle was built to carry many astronauts. To carry is to plus the verb carry, so it's the infinitive. So the answer is to carry. A crew was sent to repair the telescope. To repair is to plus the verb repair, an infinitive working as an adverb. So the answer is to repair. That program was made to study the upper atmosphere. To study is to plus the verb study, the infinitive. So the answer is to study. Now judge the word to. Is it the sign of an infinitive with a verb after, or a preposition with a noun after? Pause and try each. Tamara belongs to the Volleyball Association. After to comes the noun phrase, the Volleyball Association, a noun, not a verb. So it's a preposition. She was the first member to fly the shuttle. After to comes the verb fly. A verb means this is an infinitive, so it's an infinitive. All athletes have a duty to stay in shape. After to comes the verb stay. A verb after to means an infinitive, so it's an infinitive. Let's bring it together. An infinitive is to plus a base verb, and that to is the sign of the infinitive, not a preposition. It's the most versatile verbal, working as a noun, an adjective, or an adverb. And to tell an infinitive from a preposition, just look at what follows to. A verb makes an infinitive. A noun or pronoun makes a preposition. That wraps up the verbals. Great work! In Lesson 22, we'll practice telling all the verbal phrases apart.